The man from U.N.C.L.E. captivated audiences with daring international espionage, glamorous gadgets, and the witty rivalry between Solo and Kuryakin. But behind the cameras, the lives of the cast were far darker than anything scripted on screen. By 2026, some actors faced heartbreak, scandal, and shocking career detours that no fan could have anticipated. Let's uncover their untold stories because the truth is stranger than any espionage mission. Robert Vaughn as Napoleon Solo. Robert Vaughn was born on November 22, 1932, in New York, USA. At 32 years old, he played Napoleon Solo, the suave, cunning secret agent in The Man from U.N.C.L.E. His portrayal elevated the show's international appeal and gave audiences a hero who was as clever as he was charismatic. This breakthrough role laid the foundation for a career where personal life and professional pressures would constantly intertwine. Vaughn's marriage to actress Linda Staub in 1974 became his anchor amid Hollywood's turbulence. Early career pressures, combined with his outspoken opposition to the Vietnam War, drew scrutiny from audiences and studios alike. Despite the tension, he thrived professionally, starring in classics like The Magnificent Seven, 1960, and The Young Philadelphians, 1959. These professional highs contrasted with the ongoing pressures in his personal life, shaping the man behind the screen. In his later years, Vaughn battled acute leukemia, a condition that gradually weakened him while he remained committed to acting. He continued appearing in projects such as The Simpsons, Guest Voice, 2010, and The Man from U.N.C.L.E. remake promotional events 2015, showing dedication even amid health struggles. His fight with the illness reflected both courage and the challenges of maintaining a long career under physical strain. Robert Vaughn passed away on November 11, 2016, at the age of 83 due to acute leukemia. His funeral was held privately, attended by family and close colleagues, celebrating both his personal warmth and legendary career. At the time of his death, his estimated net worth was around $8 million. Leo G. Carroll as Alexander Waverly. Leo G. Carroll was born on October 30, 1886, in Weedenbeck, Northamptonshire, England. At 78 years old, he played Alexander Waverly, the authoritative and composed head of U.N.C.L.E., who orchestrated missions with calm intelligence and strategic precision. His portrayal anchored the series, giving audiences a sense of leadership and stability amid the high-stakes espionage drama. Carroll's personal life was marked by stability despite a long and demanding career. He was married to Edith Nancy da Silva, and their union lasted for decades, providing a supportive foundation as he navigated Hollywood's pressures. Early injuries from World War I and the constant demands of film work created ongoing challenges, but he remained committed to his craft, appearing in 6 Alfred Hitchcock classics, including Spellbound, 1945, and North by Northwest, 1959. These roles, alongside his work in television, cemented his status as a respected veteran actor. In the final years of his life, Carroll continued to act in television and stage productions, maintaining a presence in the entertainment industry despite declining health. His career remained influential, inspiring younger actors and leaving a legacy through memorable performances in The Man from U.N.C.L.E. and earlier film classics. Leo G. Carroll passed away on October 2, 1972, at the age of 85 in California due to complications from severe pneumonia. He was honored with a private funeral attended by family and close friends. His career legacy remains influential in both classic Hollywood cinema and early television espionage series. David McCallum as Ilya Kuryakin. David McCallum was born on September 19, 1933, in Glasgow, Scotland. At 31 years old, he played Ilya Kuryakin, the enigmatic, cerebral KGB agent, whose quiet intensity balanced Napoleon Solo's flamboyance and created an unforgettable dynamic. Kuryakin's mysterious, controlled demeanor made him a cultural icon of the 1960s, establishing McCallum as a teen idol while setting the stage for decades of work in film and television. The pressures of fame affected his personal life, particularly after the dissolution of his first marriage to actress Jill Ireland in 1967. He later found stability with his second wife, Catherine Carpenter. During that time, McCallum appeared in The Great Escape, 1963, and Sapphire and Steel TV series. These experiences highlighted how his professional achievements and private challenges were deeply intertwined, shaping both his reputation and resilience. In later years, McCallum continued acting despite advancing age and health concerns. He starred as Dr. Donald Ducky Mallard in NCIS 2003 to 2023 and appeared in NCIS Los Angeles and several TV movies, maintaining a steady presence on screen while managing age-related conditions, including minor heart and respiratory issues. His commitment to work despite health limitations reflected his enduring passion for acting and connection to fans. David McCallum passed away peacefully on September 25, 2023, at the age of 90 from natural causes at a hospital in New York. His legacy was honored with a private memorial attended by family, co-stars, and fans worldwide. Sharon Hillier as Wanda/Miss Gorgeous. Sharon Hillier was born in 1945. At 19 years old, she played Wanda, the stylish, sweet, and charming secretary who added glamour and flair to the man from U.N.C.L.E. Her performance helped define the visual elegance of the show and made her a recognizable presence in the ensemble cast. Hillier's poise and fashion sense brought a vivid, authentic 1960s touch to the series, enhancing its appeal to audiences. Early in her career, Hillier faced the harsh realities of Hollywood. She was typecast in minor roles and constantly competed against other young actresses for attention and work. Despite appearing in popular series like Star Trek and I Dream of Jeannie, she found the environment exhausting and realized breaking into lead roles was nearly impossible. This recognition prompted her to step away from acting entirely in the late 1960s. In the years that followed, Hillier focused on a private and fulfilling life outside the spotlight. She maintained her passion for fashion and the arts through personal projects and family activities, carefully avoiding the pressures and pitfalls of the entertainment industry. Her choices reflected a deliberate shift from public recognition to personal fulfillment. As of 2026, Sharon Hillier is 81 years old. She continues to live a quiet, private life, cherishing time with her family while remaining distant from Hollywood and public attention. Her career, though brief, left a lasting impression as a young actress who brought elegance and charm to a beloved classic series. Dick Crockett as Karate Killer/Sergeant Medrin. Dick Crockett was born in 1915 in Illinois. At 51 years old, he played Karate Killer and Sergeant Medrin, the physically imposing and acrobatic henchman who challenged Napoleon Solo and Ilya Kuryakin. His performances showcased expert stunt work and martial arts skill, adding thrilling action sequences that elevated the intensity of the series. Crockett's career was defined by decades of stunt work in Hollywood, where he doubled for actors and performed high-risk sequences. He contributed to films like The Pink Panther, 1963, as a stunt coordinator and performed numerous uncredited roles in action films of the 1950s and 1960s. The constant physical demands meant he endured injuries and chronic pain, yet he continued working, driven by passion and professional dedication. These years of hard work took a toll on Crockett's health. The repeated stunts, falls, and fights contributed to long-term musculoskeletal problems, forcing him to rely on pain medication to perform safely. Despite these hardships, he remained respected by colleagues for his expertise and professionalism on set. Dick Crockett passed away on January 25, 1979, at the age of 64, due to a sudden heart failure in Los Angeles. His contribution to the art of stunt work and action performance left a lasting legacy, and he is remembered fondly by fellow actors and stunt professionals. Lee Chapman as Sarah Johnson/Wanda Lee Chapman was born in 1939. At 26 years old, she played Sarah Johnson, a recurring secretary and supporting character who brought intelligence, efficiency, and subtle humor to the man from U.N.C.L.E. Her contributions, though less flashy than the leads, enriched the series ensemble and provided grounding amidst the espionage drama. Chapman's performance highlighted her versatility and keen sense for character work. Chapman's early career was marked by frustration and perseverance. She faced constant rejection in auditions due to gender bias and typecasting in Hollywood during the 1960s. Determined to forge her own path, she shifted behind the camera and became a successful screenwriter. Her work included iconic action films like Dirty Mary, Crazy Larry, 1974, and The Octagon, 1980. Chapman's career evolution showcased her resilience and ingenuity, turning setbacks into remarkable creative achievements. Later in life, Chapman continued to contribute to Hollywood through her writing and mentorship. She became a role model for aspiring female screenwriters, illustrating how determination and talent could overcome systemic barriers. Her influence extended beyond individual projects to shape broader industry perceptions of women in action cinema. Lee Chapman passed away on November 4, 2014, at the age of 75 after a prolonged battle with melanoma. She is remembered as a trailblazer who broke gender barriers in Hollywood and left a lasting legacy both on screen and behind the scenes. Regis Parton as Thrush Agent. Regis Parton was born in 1917 in Indiana. At 47 years old, he played various anonymous thrush agents, the dangerous operatives constantly challenging Solo and Kuryakin with weapons, car chases, and combat scenes in the series. His portrayals of these minor but menacing adversaries added tension and credibility to the spy narrative, enhancing the stakes for the protagonists. Parton was a seasoned stuntman and supporting actor who appeared in numerous action sequences during the 1950s and 1960s. He worked extensively on film and television, often performing uncredited stunts, and contributed to a range of adventure and espionage productions. His expertise in executing complex stunts underlined the physical realism of his performances, making him a valued member of the production team. The physical demands of his career affected Parton's later years. Constant falls, fight sequences, and stunt work caused long-term health issues, including joint pain and limited mobility. Despite these challenges, he remained active in the industry until his final years, known for his skill and dependability on set. Regis Parton passed away on January 11, 1996, at the age of 79 in Arkansas. Though often behind the scenes, his contribution to action sequences and stunt work helped shape the standard for supporting stunt performers in Hollywood. John Herman Shaner as Uncle Agent John Herman Shaner was born on May 18, 1931, in New York, New York, USA. At 35 years old, he played a variety of uncle and thrush agents, the competent but often anonymous operatives who executed critical spy missions and provided both tension and intrigue throughout the man from U.N.C.L.E. His portrayals added depth to the series, showing that even minor agents could influence the outcome of high-stakes espionage. Outside of his work on U.N.C.L.E., Shaner had a prolific career in film and television. He appeared in classics like Little Shop of Horrors, 1960, Reds, 1981, and The Two Jakes, 1990. He also had recurring roles on series such as The Rat Patrol, 1966, and Daniel Boone, 1969. These varied experiences cemented his reputation as a versatile character actor capable of blending into both supporting and action-heavy roles. Later in his career, Shaner focused heavily on mentoring and teaching. He conducted a screenwriter's workshop in West Hollywood and served as a creative advisor for the second annual Central European Screen Lab in Budapest in 1998. In 2008, he acted as a judge and coach for DreamGo in Switzerland's International Screenwriting Workshop. He also taught at USC's Professional Writers Workshop and at the California Women's Prison in Norco, helping guide emerging talent in film and television. John Herman Shaner passed away peacefully from natural causes on October 26, 2020, at the age of 89 in West Hollywood, California. He is remembered not only for his contributions to iconic productions like The Man from U.N.C.L.E., but also for his dedication to mentoring the next generation of writers and actors. Barbara Moore as Lisa Rogers. Barbara Moore was born on August 21, 1968, in Spokane, Washington, USA. At 36 years old, she played Lisa Rogers, the striking, confident fembot operative whose charm and poise made her one of the memorable female agents of the series. Her performance brought a blend of glamour and cunning to the show. After her time on U.N.C.L.E., Moore built a multifaceted career as a model, actress, and dancer. She appeared in films such as Temptress, 1995, Beach House, 1996, Wild Malibu Weekend, 1995, and the spy comedy Diep Vien Ngok Ngech, 1997. Moore also competed professionally in ballroom dance, earning 26 championships, including 2 Ohio Star Ball wins, and served as an NDCA-certified instructor alongside dance partner Igor Suvorov. Moore's personal life included both joy and challenge. She was engaged to actor Lorenzo Lamas, though the wedding was amicably called off. Later, she married the late businessman Mark V. Blackman, with whom she had a daughter, Priscilla Ann, in May 2007. She also dedicated herself to humanitarian causes, becoming a premier ambassador for Beauty Saving the World, and representing Playmates for a Peaceable Planet. As of 2026, Barbara Moore is 57 years old and continues to balance her passions for dance, acting, and humanitarian work. She remains active in Las Vegas stage productions, dance instruction, and advocacy, maintaining a legacy that spans film, television, and global charitable initiatives. David Shiner as Parviz/Prime Minister. Tashi, David Shiner, was born in 1928 in New York, USA. At 37 years old, he played Parviz, a scheming foreign diplomat, and Prime Minister Tashi, a calculating head of state. Parviz's manipulative plots and Tashi's political maneuvering added high-stakes tension to the agent's missions. Shiner's performances conveyed authority and cunning, making each character memorable and heightening the global espionage intrigue of the series. Shiner's career spans decades as a respected character actor, often cast as authority figures or antagonists. He appeared in classics like The Odd Couple, 1968, and Bullet, 1968, alongside Steve McQueen. Though he was frequently typecast in villainous roles, he maintained a professional reputation and cultivated a private life away from Hollywood scandals, avoiding the public pitfalls that ensnared many of his contemporaries. In recent years, Shiner continued to act selectively, taking roles in television and theater projects that allowed him to refine his craft without the pressure of mainstream stardom. He remained respected for his versatility and the gravitas he brought to every supporting character he portrayed. As of 2026, David Shiner is 98 years old and one of the few surviving actors from the original The Man from U.N.C.L.E. cast. He enjoys a quiet retirement, reflecting on his long career and legacy while remaining engaged with the acting community in mentorship and advisory capacities. Jill Ireland as Imogen Smythe/Marion Raven. Jill Dorothy Ireland was born on April 24, 1936, in Hounslow, West London, England. At 28 years old, she played Imogen Smythe, a cunning informant, and Marion Raven, a sophisticated ally to the agents. Imogen's secretive intelligence and Marion's poised assistance added layers to the espionage plots, highlighting the stakes for Napoleon Solo and Ilya Kuryakin. Her performances combined elegance with subtle tension, making each of her characters distinct and essential to the unfolding intrigue of the series. During this period, Jill's personal life was intensely scrutinized. She was married to co-star David McCallum at the time, and their relationship ended amid the public storm surrounding her eventual partnership with action star Charles Bronson. She married Bronson in 1968, and the couple collaborated on numerous films including Hard Times, 1975, and Death Wish 2, 1982. Her personal experiences, 3 marriages, the tragedy of her adopted son Jason Bronson's death from a drug overdose in 1989, shaped her resilience and public persona. Beyond her marriages, Jill faced tremendous health challenges. Diagnosed with breast cancer in 1984, she became a tireless advocate, writing 2 memoirs to chronicle her battle with the disease and raise awareness, eventually testifying before the U.S. Congress about medical costs. Her courage was recognized with the American Cancer Society's Courage Award from President Ronald Reagan. She continued to work as a producer on Charles Bronson's films until her illness progressed. Jill Ireland passed away on May 18, 1990, in Malibu, California, at age 54 due to breast cancer. Her ashes were placed in a walking cane, which Charles Bronson had buried with him at Brownsville Cemetery in Vermont in 2003. She is remembered for her contributions to film and television and honored with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame at 6751 Hollywood Boulevard. Woodrow Parfrey as Kutuzov/Andy Watson. Woodrow Parfrey was born on February 20, 1922 in New York, USA. At 42 years old, he played Kutuzov, a shrewd intelligence operative, and Andy Watson, a resourceful field agent in The Man from U.N.C.L.E. Kutuzov's calculated strategies and Watson's quick thinking added layers of tension and unpredictability to the missions. Parfrey's portrayals combined intensity with subtle eccentricity, making these secondary roles striking and memorable within the espionage world of the series. Outside of acting, Parfrey endured significant personal challenges. He fought in World War II and was captured as a prisoner of war by German forces, enduring harsh conditions that left him with lifelong psychological scars. These traumatic experiences informed his performances, often lending authenticity to the disturbed or complex characters he portrayed in later projects. Despite a successful acting career, Parfrey struggled with health issues stemming from the stress of his earlier trauma. He appeared in notable films such as Planet of the Apes, 1968, as Judge Maximus and The Man from L.A., 1968, demonstrating his range in both film and television. His work remained highly respected for its depth and intensity. Woodrow Parfrey passed away on July 29, 1984, in California at the age of 61 due to a sudden heart attack. He is remembered as a talented character actor whose life and performances were shaped by resilience in the face of extreme adversity. Stuart Nisbet as U.N.C.L.E. Doctor/Doc. Terwilliger. Stuart Nisbet was born on March 13, 1934, in California, USA. At 32 years old, he played the U.N.C.L.E. doctor, Doc Terwilliger, in The Man from U.N.C.L.E. As the team's medical and technical expert, Terwilliger provided crucial assistance that often shaped the agent's missions. Nisbet's performances, though in secondary roles, added credibility and depth to the world of espionage, making these characters memorable parts of the series' intricate plots. Throughout his career, Nisbet faced the constant pressures of the entertainment industry. He appeared in more than 250 roles on television, from dramas to comedies, including guest spots on Gunsmoke and Mannix. Balancing a busy acting schedule, he also ran a casting agency to provide financial stability, ensuring he could continue supporting his family while pursuing his passion for acting. Despite his professional workload, Nisbet maintained a long and stable marriage with Nancy Nisbet, enduring for 55 years. Their partnership provided a foundation of stability amid the uncertainties of Hollywood, and he remained devoted to both his family and career until his later years. Stuart Nisbet passed away on June 23, 2016, in California at the age of 82 due to natural causes related to old age. He is remembered as a dedicated character actor whose steady presence enriched countless television productions. Richard Angarola as Mr. 30/John Hardy. Richard Angarola was born on May 15, 1920, in San Francisco, California, USA. At 46 years old, he played Mr. 30, a calculating thrush operative, and John Hardy, a suave international diplomat. Mr. 30's manipulations and Hardy's authoritative presence added tension and sophistication to the espionage plots. Angarola's performances brought charisma and a commanding credibility, making these supporting roles stand out in the series. Angarola built a steady career in Hollywood, often cast as cultured gentlemen, foreign diplomats, or crime bosses. He appeared in other notable productions, including The Untouchables, 1963, and episodes of Mission: Impossible, 1966, demonstrating his consistent presence in television dramas. His career reflected the challenges of a freelance actor competing with younger talent, yet he earned respect for his professionalism and dedication. In his later years, Angarola lived a relatively quiet life while maintaining involvement in occasional TV and stage projects. Though not a household name, he remained valued in industry circles for his reliability and craft. Richard Angarola passed away on December 12, 2008, in California at the age of 88 due to natural causes. He left behind a legacy of solid, understated performances that enriched classic television storytelling. So that's the cast of The Man from U.N.C.L.E. after 62 years, then and now in 2026. Over the decades, some actors found lasting fame and creative fulfillment, while others faced personal tragedies, career twists, and untold hardships. Which cast member's story surprised you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more then and now updates.